So, welcome to D Rich Effects anime discussions or anime talk or anime, however you guys want to do it. I know I have it in my podcast as D Rich Effects Anime. Um, so, I put out a short earlier today. I have no idea if it has any views, but I am. Um, the short was searching for recommendations of what to watch after me and my wife and my son are done watching Solo Leveling season 2 in 2 weeks. Me and my wife, we've been watching anime since 90s. I me 80s,
And what I could in the 80s as well.
90s, 2000s. So we're before the YouTube era of being able to watch anime content. Um, my first anime was Akira, and I saw it at my uncle's house. It pissed my parents off, and shortly after that, Dragon Ball came out. I believe that was like 86 or 87, and luckily it was on regular TV Saturday mornings of what is now known as the CW. Back then it was like KB Kids or something like that. Don't quote me, but I remember watching it Saturday mornings, and been on that journey ever since. One of the things that got me into anime as well was a video game called Chrono Trigger, which art design was by Akira Toriyama for a lot of the characters. So I've just been a part of it most of my life. So I've watched a lot of anime. I've rewatched a lot of anime, and just looking for something that I could watch either by myself, with the wife, with the kids, or recommend to my sister while she is on her journey of being new to the anime community. I've already had her watch 2 series. She's currently caught up with Solo Leveling, which we were actually supposed to be doing episodes for this podcast. But her and her husband watched the first episode, and then next thing I know, they are completely caught up. Um, and thank you for that. Um, so we will once they finally answer a phone call because we are almost 3,000 miles away. We're over 2,000. We're like 2,800 miles or something like that. I'm in Southeast Texas. She's in the outskirts of Portland, Oregon. So everything we're going to be doing is going to be via phone, and I'm going to record it from my phone. So it's all going to be raw, no scripts. And this video is to let you guys know how I'm going to be doing things until I get a either studio set up and get the proper tools to be able to do proper videos, especially over the distance. Um, so on that end, I do know that I need a new laptop. I need a better mic. I already got the camera, and I got to get the programs to be able to do the video editing and the video capture, because I know it's different than the OBS that I do for streaming on Twitch. So I watch pretty much everything that's out there. I literally, while waiting for Solo Leveling to update, I in just the last week watched again, because I didn't know that dubs were out. The wrong way to use healing magic. For the first time, I watched Knights and Magic, and I watched. What was the other one that we watched? The other anime that we did. The the legendary hero is dead. So, yeah, it was on a recommended for by Crunchyroll that I would like that one. Animation wise, it was great. Story wise, not so much. I have no issue with fan service. I have no issue with tropes or niches that help propel the story along. You know, like high school DxD or high school DD or DxD, depending on where you're from. I don't have a problem with harems. I do have a problem with pointless, has nothing to do with the story type fan service. And the legendary hero is dead had one of those. And I just, as a leg guy, it was disgusting. And yeah, it was just bad. People could argue with me on it. I don't care. They can. But I didn't care for it. I do wish some animes, though, that I've watched in the past or even recently, like Knights and Magic, would have more than one season. Knights and Magic, I kind of knew before I went into it that it only had one season, was only going to have one season. And after watching that final episode, I was disappointed that they are cutting the story that short because they left it on a cliffhanger where they could do a lot more. And it's a thanks for watching. That was it. Just cut it clean, dry, and there was no really like hope for it to come back. Now there are shows that just end on a cliffhanger that I've been waiting for. My wife's been waiting for what, 12 plus years? Something like that. Like Blood Lad. Absolutely loved Blood Lad. And I believe it deserves a season 2. My wife believes it deserves a season 2, and a lot of people that we talk to believe it deserves a season 2, but apparently there is no plans for it. Just like I know in the West, the US, there was an anime called Dead Man Wonderland. It did not do well in Japan, did not do well in Japanese culture or Asian culture, and it did really well here. It has an amazing opening song. The protagonist is kind of a wimp, and you can definitely tell, but he does start owning his own, and it's really messed up. Dead Man Wonderland is really messed up, but the way they ended it, the way they ended season 1, they deserve to do at least a season 2, 12 episodes or more, just to end it, just to properly end it. Huh?
It's kind of like Nanabaka.
Kind of like Nanbaka. It's like they have, that one was funny too. Like I have a soft heart when it comes to Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, and sorry about the dogs barking. Um, it is a beautiful day, so that's why I'm outside. So you could probably hear the birds chirping too. But I have a soft spot in my heart when it comes to the Dragon Ball universe, and a lot of anime that throws a nod or something from Dragon Ball into its series nonchalantly or comically, um, will always get me to watch it. and Nanabaka, Blood Lad, Solo Leveling even did it because Akira Toriyama died. Um, but like the way that they do it and they pay homage is really unique. Like Nabaka and Blood Lad, like one of the characters imitates like they're about to do the Kamehameha wave, and it's just hilarious how it turns out. And in Solo Leveling, they did kind of like that toe hopping, like you're warming up right before a fight. That they were previewing Dragon Ball Super Broly movie with Goku, doing his little toe jumps before engaging in the fight in the previews. Um, they had Sung Jin Woo do the same thing before a fight, and it was just really done really well. Um, Now on to Solo Leveling. Not this past weekend, which was a banger, and I can't believe they ended it the way they ended it. But the episode previously, I've been reading and hearing a lot of people not liking that episode, and I gotta say, as somebody that doesn't get emotional or cry ever, that episode brought tears to my eyes because it was like if it wasn't for me reading the manhwa um, and being a lot farther in the story, it was like that would have been a good ending point, because that's what he worked up to, and um, it was just a really really good episode in my opinion, and the animation was on point, and it was just one of those that just really gripped you at the heartstrings. So, um, I thought they did an amazing job of, portraying that and the emotion of everything that he worked up for to that point. The next couple of episodes, I know what's coming. My wife doesn't. She hasn't read it yet. My son hasn't read it yet. They do have the apps that they can read it on, but I've been collecting it physical copies. Um, so she does know a couple of things because me and my daughter that have read it talk about it. So um, she does know certain things are coming up that she just tries to place in the back of her mind so it's still fresh, when she does watch it. I mean, that's pretty much true, right?
Oh,
Um, but I know like there's anime that season twos that I've also been waiting for that are coming out. Like I got a cheat skill in Another World. Season two's going to be coming out later this year. Kaiju number 8 season 2 is going to be coming out later this year, which I hope, if it's me or me and my sister, because I do have Kaiju number 8 in the list of anime for her to watch. Um, I do have it in her list that I've already given her. Um, so I do look forward to making content for that one. Um, I've I've also watched slice of life anime, like um, don't mess yeah, Rent a Girlfriend, don't mess with me senpai, um, yeah, Psyche, the disastrous life of Psyche. I wouldn't really say that one's slice of
it
life.
is kind of a slice of life.
Because in that term, you could go the daily life of an immortal king is a slice of life too, and talk about an overpowered main character that just doesn't want to be seen. Like I've loved every episode of that one, and I'm waiting for the next season, and I hope they do well. I'm glad it's not just on Netflix anymore. Um, but like how they're gonna continue Fairy Tale with the new season that just dropped. Um, how they're going to what they're gonna do with Bleach because the next arc's coming out, or the next part of the Thousand Year Blood War is coming out. Um, then you have also in July, I believe, Dan to Dan season 2 coming out, which the first season I was laughing so hard I had to watch it twice. Um, I can deal with some of the way that the animation went with it, but it was the story that got me, and um, I thought it was hilarious. I really enjoyed um, Love is War. That's a good slice of life one. Toradora is one of those slice of lives on Netflix. I believe it's also on Crunchyroll, but I've watched that one so many times that if I can't sleep, it helps put me to sleep. Like I'll lay in bed and I'll just start watching, and like 3 or 4 episodes in it, I will be gone. I'll be just gone. Um, then there's it's not really a slice of life, but it has really nothing to do with powers or anything like that, and it's not an isekai or anything like that. But Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple, I rewatch that one all the time too, and yeah, it's just really really good. You know, animation, good stories. Um, and I think that's good enough for me to kind of lay a basis of, you know, me at the moment, and apparently my dog in the background. So, in future episodes, I will be talking a lot more specifically about episodes and, you know, how I thought the writing went, the animation, and everything like that. And I'll still get into some of the other animes that I have watched in the past. I'll actually go through my watch history and write down some of the titles, and you know, let you guys know that these are ones that I have either rewatched or previously watched. Um, so there are going to be other talking points. Randomly, I will ask for recommendations, because there's always something out there that somebody misses. You know, I don't have all access to all anime. So, um, so that being said, how I access my anime is Netflix, Crunchyroll, and High Dive. And not through the High Dive app. I go through Prime. Um, because I can't get High Dive on my PS5 or my TV as a standalone app. So I'm not going to pay for that subscription twice. So I'm just doing it through Prime. Now, if they do come out with an app for either my TV or my PS5, then I will, you know, cancel it through Prime and go through the actual app and have access to their whole library instead of the little bit that they do have. Um, Feel free to comment or let us know what you've been watching, and I will be posting again, hopefully a couple of times before next weekend, because really want to get this channel up and going, and I would love to have the interaction of the subscribers to the channel, giving me their input. I know not everybody's going to be talking or watching anime, um, but this is a passion of my life, and it's something that I do like talking about. So, with that being said, I hope you guys have a good one.